Think about the last time you walked into a room and became a slightly different version of yourself. Not lying, not faking it, just adjusted. Your voice changed a little. Your posture shifted. You've done this 1,000 times without noticing. Carl Jung spent his career on one uncomfortable question. If you're constantly adjusting who you are depending on who's watching, which version is actually you? He wasn't talking about lying. He was talking about something quieter. The performance getting so automatic that even you lose track of where it ends and the real person begins. Jung called it the persona, borrowed from the masks actors wore in ancient theater. There's the version of you at work, careful with your words. The version with old friends, looser, quicker to laugh. The version your parents see, which might be neither. He wasn't shaming this. He said society genuinely needs it. But these masks don't appear randomly. They show up in response to something specific. Who's in the room? What feels safe to reveal? Each one is a calculation made so fast your conscious mind never clocks it happening. So Jung went looking for what was underneath all of it. Not the masks, the thing wearing them. And that meant going somewhere most psychology at the time refused to look. The unconscious mind. His boldest claim: beneath your personal unconscious, your specific memories, your specific life, there's a deeper layer shared by every human member. He called it the collective unconscious. Not memories exactly. Inherited psychological blueprints, passed down the way physical traits are. He called the contents of that layer archetypes. The hero, the outsider, the caregiver, the rebel. Patterns that quietly shape how every person in every culture instinctively understands their role inside a group before they consciously decide anything. And groups know how to pull on that root, whether they mean to or not. The moment a person joins one, something shifts. Individual opinions start softening toward the group's opinion. Jung called this pull participation mystique, identity quietly folding into the collective. It feels good at first. Belonging usually does. But left unchecked, that same comfortable pull can slowly dissolve the individual person standing inside the group. This is the tension Jung kept circling back to. The pull to belong, fighting quietly against the pull to remain yourself. Stepping even slightly outside a group's expectations is uncomfortable. It should be. But he believed that discomfort is often where real self-understanding actually starts. This connects to another idea of his, the shadow. Whatever doesn't fit the persona or doesn't fit the group gets pushed underground. It doesn't disappear. It waits. And it tends to resurface in ways people don't immediately recognize as connected to themselves. So how do you actually find the version of yourself underneath it? Jung's answer wasn't mystical. It was almost frustratingly simple. Honest self-reflection. Which parts of your identity are genuinely yours, and which were adopted to fit somewhere comfortably? Not abandoning every group. Jung wasn't arguing for isolation. He was pointing toward integration. Belonging to something larger than yourself without quietly disappearing into it. When the mask outweighs the person wearing it, Jung believed people feel a specific kind of imbalance. Successful outwardly, strangely hollow inwardly. Doing everything right by every external measure, and still feeling disconnected from something you can't quite name. Rebalancing it was never about abandoning your roles. It was about no longer confusing the role with the person underneath it. The job title isn't you. The family role isn't you. They're things you carry, not things you are. Jung gave the rebalancing process a name: individuation. The ongoing work of reconciling the persona, the shadow, the collective unconscious, and the individual self into one honest whole. Not a finish line, a door that keeps opening the more honestly you look. The goal was never a hard wall between self and group. He wanted something more flexible, moving comfortably in and out of collective identity, without ever fully losing contact with the person underneath. None of this makes the mask dishonest. It's a tool for functioning in a world that asks different things of you in different rooms. The trouble only starts when someone forgets there's an actual person operating the tool. That awareness doesn't require quitting every job, every role, every group you currently belong to. It just requires checking in every so often with whatever version of you exists underneath all of them. The one that was there before any of the masks were built. Because according to Jung, that quieter self was never actually lost. It was just waiting underneath every mask you've ever worn for one honest moment of attention.